Hey, I wanted to shoot a video of some of the games I've got for November. Probably gonna do two videos for this month just because I plan to get some more for the Black Friday. Almost kind of want to call it Black Friday week. I've already bought some off of GameFly, but I already know I'm gonna get some more between Thursday and Friday. So I just wanted to shoot this because I already have accumulated a decent amount for this month. So these first six here I'm going to show you are from Target's deal they had earlier this month for buy two get one. I kind of was suckered into doing it just because I knew that there were going to be some games that I knew probably wouldn't go on sale. And when you do buy two get one, it does bring the price down on games. So some of the prices were not the best when they're of the reduced price, because some of the prices on these games, some games will be even cheaper for Black Friday. But overall, I think it was a decent decision to go ahead and buy some of these. But you break them down. Every one of these games is about $24-25, somewhere around there. When it was all totaled up, divided by six, that's how many games I got. It's about $24-25. So for the 3DS, I got this game called Ever Oasis. Watch a YouTuber named Games of War, and he's just a phenomenal, intelligent video game enthusiast. He knows a ton about not only RPGs but just very obscure games, and he really tried to emphasize this particular game, Ever Oasis. It probably might end up being one of those games that people will talk about years from now, and it'll be kind of obscure and hard to find. But it's from the same guys who made the. At least I know the Majora's Mask remake. I can't remember if they did both, or Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask update on 3DS. But it's also the creator of Secret of Mana was also involved with this. At least that's what he had said on his video when he was highlighting this particular game. And there's a lot of similarities. It's an action RPG. It's kind of got like town building aspects, which I'm not real wild about, but as long as it's very similar to like Zelda. So. And I can kind of see those similarities. It's a good game. I've played it for a little bit, but then I moved on to some of the other two that I have, or at least one of the. I have not played all three of these. I'm going to show you that are 3DS games. The other one is Super Mario Bros. 2, which again about $24-25 is not the best price for this game, especially around Black Friday. But it's fun. I put in a few hours and able to just kind of breeze through it. I haven't beat it yet, but it's definitely, mindless platforming fun. I enjoy it, but yeah, New Super Mario Bros. 2, and then again, Metroid: Samus Returns. I think $24-25 for this game is gonna be a pretty decent price. I don't think you're gonna see it at $19.99 or $14.99. It's probably never going to be like that unless you buy it used, which even that I don't think is going to be the case. So for a brand new game, Metroid game, for $24-25 is one of the reasons why I went with this deal, because I know this probably wasn't going to be on Black Friday. But I have not played it yet. I'm going to be flying here over this Thanksgiving break, going away for a few days, and I have like a layover on one of the flights, and so I'm planning on opening this up, just taking the cartridges and playing this on the flight, and that's like what I'm looking forward to. So I didn't want to just be like dabbling in like a few different games. I've been kind of like holding off playing this, and I look forward to playing it. I've heard it's really hard, but I'm looking forward to trying it, and I've heard lots of good stuff about it. All right, so some Other games I got for buy two get one. Again, Yoshi's Woolly World, not the best price for $24-$25, but I know like at GameStop brand new it's $19.99. But again, it's a game I wanted. It's not like I paid. It's not like I paid $59.99 for this or for whatever originally priced for $49.99. But I like it so far. It's got like the stereotypical Yoshi's Island gameplay, and it actually has a cool feature that some people might be turned off by, but I really don't mind it. It's just like it's more like a casual mode. So like it's really hard to die. It's what it's the casual mode is, and for me, I tend to play platformers not to stress myself out, but to just kind of, just to forget about like my daily routine and just play a game that isn't too challenging but is fun. And I'm glad I got it. It's a good game, and I play it on the gamepad and just relax while I'm playing it. And I hardly ever play Wii U games on a TV. I just always play on the actual gamepad tablet thing. But I like it so far. I'm about maybe halfway done Woolly World. Battle Chasers Night War. So like $24-$25 for this is good. It's not probably the best. I bet you this game will go down in price probably around 15. Probably no cheaper than that brand new. But if you don't know anything about this game, this is an RPG. It's a turn-based RPG. I feel like turn-based RPGs are becoming like a dying breed. But it's very unique art style. I know the Battle Chasers brand is a comic from, I don't know if it's the early 90s or late 90s. I know it's got a really significant cult following, and I was really interested in this when I first heard about this, but I did not pre-order it. But I played maybe like an hour or two, and it's a big grinding type game where you really have to put a lot of time into it. But yeah, I have no regrets buying this. It's a good game so far with what I've seen. And then the last game that I got, buy two get one. Again, like I know that for a fact this is gonna be like $20 on Black Friday. So, but $25 is not the end of the world. I love the Uncharted series. Uncharted 4 is probably one of the best games I played in the last decade. It just is everything about the Uncharted series. I just adore. It's I really would go the length of saying that like it tried to copy Indiana Jones, but it far succeeded Indiana Jones as a franchise and as a series, because it just kind of encompasses a whole package that's not just like watching a movie, but you're experiencing a movie. That just is very written extremely well. But specifically about this game, there were parts of it, especially in the beginning, that I was not real wild about. And it's not because they're two females that are the main characters, but just because I didn't find them to be all that. I don't know. I just didn't really relate to what was going on in the story. I could kind of care less about what was going on. With how I've been playing these games for so long, it just was like I could just breeze through it. It's almost like I was doing a speed run on the first playthrough, and I didn't really find any moments where I was just like wow. And I felt that way like constantly playing like Uncharted 4, where this just kind of seems like DLC, which I know that's kind of what this is, but it just doesn't really grab me as much as the Nathan Drake Uncharted's. There is a portion near the end of the game that kind of changes things up that I really liked what they did. So it kind of was like, I'm glad that they did what they did near the end of this game. But I really am not sure what direction this series is going to go. I know that it's like one of the best selling franchises that Sony has. So it would be like really strange if they just stopped working with it. But I don't know. I think that I really do enjoy it, and I was real close to just buying it brand new, but I didn't really want to pay $40 for it brand new. I think that's what it was. But do yourself a favor and buy it at $20. It's a good game. If you're one, I think I beat it in like about 6 or 7 hours. But seriously though, it's because I was just flying through it, and there were very little, the little detailed stuff I really wasn't even doing. I just kind of didn't even bother with it. I just kind of wanted to get to the next area, do the next thing, open the next door, solve the next puzzle type of thing, and I really didn't even die that much. But that doesn't mean that I forget what difficulty level I was even playing it on. But overall, it's definitely not the best Uncharted, but it's definitely not, well, it's like playing like a good action game, but it's not as good as Uncharted. Like, and I really hold the series in high regard. So I guess that's me being critical of it, but me also being critical of other action games as not being anywhere close to as good as this series. All right, let me stop talking about this. All right. So I pre-ordered this game. I bought this with credit card points off of Amazon. I was really looking forward to this. This was like one of like only a few games I was really impressed with at E3. And it's kind of more of it's an indie budget game. But it does do a good job. It's a exclusive to Xbox One. And it's obviously Super Lucky's Tale. It is when I pre-ordered it, it was $23.99 because of the Amazon discount. But it plays very similar to other platformers that have come before it. But it gives you like a different type of experience. It tries to do things to mix things up. Like it'll take like an open world. It's open world levels mixed with like side-scrolling levels. Then it tries to do like puzzle segments where it tries to just mix things up, and rather than just be like, here is a level and just collect everything, and then when you collect everything, the level's over. It tries to do some different things, but overall, I think like if you can get this, I think the price will be about $20 at Black Friday. I think that's a good price. But overall, I'm fine with buying it brand new, pre-ordering it, and I've played more than half of it. It's starting to get kind of more challenging near the end. The beginning, it's pretty easy to breeze through, but then the level of difficulty starts to get more challenging once you get past halfway, which is how most platformers tend to be anyway. But I like it so far. I'm glad that it's something that Xbox One has that some of the other systems don't have. But yeah. A game I got this pre-owned from Walmart, and the reason why was I had saw it advertised through some of the forums that I read that it was $21 pre-owned. This was like early November, and so I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and get that. And then like a week or two later, the Black Friday ads are out, and this is going to be $19.99 brand new. So I don't know. It really wasn't a mistake because this is in fine shape. Walmart pre-owned is actually pretty nice. It came in shrink wrap too, so it's almost like they have quality control versus just giving me like a broken case and like a disc that's all scratched up. So I like this so far. It kind of reminds me of like a Mass Effect mixed with like a few other different types of games like Zelda and just third-person shooters. But it's just really hard to describe. I like it though. I'll probably step away from it for a little bit because I want to play a game that I just got today. I'm going to show you here in a second. But I like how it's open world, but it tries to keep you focused on what you need to do. Like, I can't stand open world games that like just let you go, and then it's so easy to just get lost or consumed, and then it just gets overwhelming. But with this, it kind of forces you to keep direction, go from this point to this point, and then, don't go off the trail type of idea. I think it's because I have the settings set like that. I know you could turn that off, but I'm glad that this is a Sony exclusive, because it's just another way of saying that PlayStation 4 is, just killing it. And it'll be a shame if this doesn't even get really much acknowledgement for a Game of the Year nod. I think it deserves to be up in discussion and not just let like Breath of the Wild win. But we'll see, I guess. But yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn. And then the game that kind of encouraged me to do this video, I got this today in the mail. I saw some other people post some videos about like actually opening it up. I don't plan to open it up because this video is already going way longer than I wanted it to. But this is Axiom Verge. This is the PlayStation 4 like collector's edition type thing. They call it the Multiverse Edition. Axiom Verge is a game that I've owned on Steam for like a year and a half. And I tried playing it on Steam. I remember getting stuck in like a certain area, but I just did not go back to it. But when I found out that they were going to release this in like a version like this, I couldn't say no. Plus, it's just so unique. Badland Games is really doing a good job releasing some unique games in a nice package. Also got the Velocity 2X pre-ordered, and that's from Badland as well. I think that's supposed to be coming in like January. It got pushed back a few times. But Axiom Verge, if you have no idea what this is a Metroid style game, very influenced by Metroid, and I kind of think that this was a one-man made game. I can't remember if that is true or not. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I know that it was a very small team that made this game. And there were a lot of companies like Limited Run and a few others that were really, trying to strive to get this. But Badland is the one that got it, and they're mass producing it and selling it like on Amazon is the place I got this from. But I look forward to opening this up and seeing all the things that are inside of it, and trying to play it again. But yeah, tell me if you plan to get it. I was actually on the fence of just getting like the regular version, because that's like $19.99. But I was like, if I pre-order it with Amazon discount, it just makes more sense to just get the more advanced version of this. I am a little kind of disappointed with the box. I think the box is not as nice as the art that's on the actual case. Like, you can see it. You can see it on there. I was hoping that was what the box would be, but I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't know enough about the game to really understand what the cover's doing. But anyway, one last thing. And this is just a new direction that I might start taking. I would say over the last like 6 months, I've been buying movies, and I don't know if this is going down a rabbit hole that I'm going to regret, but I think a lot of it has to do with me just having an interest in watching movies I haven't seen in a while, and it also I think has a lot to do with the fact that like I can find movies. It's almost like what got me started in getting video games. Because like I used to be able to find video games for really cheap because like nobody else was buying them. Like and that was the attraction of me getting involved with the hobby of collecting old like Super Nintendo games. But like being able to find these types of movies, I found all three of these for 50 cents at a pawn shop, and that like excitement of like, my God, I can get all three of these in one shot. It's not like it was just like one of them. It was all three of them, just kind of mixed in with other DVDs. And they're just sitting there for 50 cents. So for $1.50, this can this can be like 6 hours of like enjoyment to rewatch some of these and just, try to pick out some things that I may have missed last time I watched them. But it's also the idea of like being able to have some of these to enjoy with my son one day. And I don't mind the difference between like DVD and Blu-ray. Sometimes what I've been doing lately is like playing games and then having like a movie on while in the nighttime. So I don't know. I've been collecting war movies. That was like kind of what I first got into. Just because that was an area that I really loved, watching old war movies, like stuff with John Wayne and Clint Eastwood, like westerns and just World War II movies and anything that was something history related. I just those were the movies I was kind of going after, and then it's kind of trickled down to just going after some of these other old movies that are just classics. Like I found Taxi Driver for 50 cents. I found the entire Indiana Jones collector's set. I got it for like $3. It's like those types of reasons what got me excited to maybe start, putting a little bit of my money every month into just getting like a few. And I usually only stop at a few places when I come home from work, but it's something that I think I probably may start doing like videos showcasing some that I find, and if that's something that you think I should go forth with, let me know, and I think I will maybe start doing videos of those. But it just is so fun to find stuff that maybe isn't video games, but other pieces of entertainment that don't cost that much, and yeah, so. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're playing. Let me know what you're hoping to find on Black Friday. And sorry the video dragged on longer than it really should have. But anyway, later.